I'd like to do a live analysis of the last Pauper dailies right now. And the first one that I have to analyze is the Pauper daily from the 21st of February. And I have to do this because I didn't have a lot of time for analyzing it. And Magic is just down right now, and I thought let's have a look at this deck. Um, I like having the mtgostats.com as my source of deck lists just because if you look at this, the yeah, what's it called, the outlet or the layout is better than with the other one, which is called MTG Goldfish, and I like this one better. Let's just type in MTG Goldfish. When you look at this, you have the Pauper meta game right there, or right here, and you've got the recent events on the right side. If you have a look at this side, you can only see 3 decks. Let's see, the 21st, you can only see the 4 decks. What I like about this outline is each and every name has a name. Let's press it. Each and every deck at least has a name. Whereas in the other one, the MTGO stats, some decks don't have names. Like here, no archetype or anything like that. So let's start and have a look at the decks. The 4 decks are, yeah, pretty interesting because we've got 2 Esper familiar decks, and the first one is Sakero, who is always like 4031 when he plays in the daily, and this is a pretty straightforward list that has 21 creatures with a combo package of Cloud of Fairies and the Wall as well as the Road Denizen. The spell's always the same in his deck, and the land base is pretty straightforward. There is no surprise in the sideboard. The same is true with Kiyomori's list, which is pretty much the same list. 2 familiar decks at 4-1, this is very interesting. And let's say we've got a Tron list in the 4-1 decks, which is a standard Tron list. There's nothing surprising. Maybe the Treasure Cruise is interesting. Yeah, this could be interesting. It has a Muldrift as well. Yo, that's its list. The next list that we have to have a closer look is this one. This is called Blue Endeavor, and it's not really a Delver list. I think it's just more or less a mid-range one. And this is the standard list of all the blue and red spells. You've got Seagate Oracle, which is debatable. Is it really good? Is it not good? It's a 1/3 creature for 3, which gives you 1 more card. I'm not sure about that. We've got this Bolt for these artifact cards, and yeah, this is pretty much straightforward. We've got 4 Treasure Cruises, which get Ruse with the increase of Relic of Progenitus in the sideboards, and we have Curse of Bloody Tomb for the Control Mirror. Another deck that is pretty interesting is this one. This is no archetype, but it is a Goblin list, and I guess it's like, yeah, this is the tokens list. This list plays Dragon Fodder and Krenko's Command. Let's have a look at Dragon Fodder. 2 Goblin tokens, and Krenko's Command gives you 2 tokens as well. And with the addition of Raid Bombardment, this deck is pretty nice, very interesting to play. It has got good results, and it's not very expensive. If you have a look at this deck, it's about $27. Okay, this seems to be more than it looks like. Yeah, sure. It's so expensive because you've got the sideboard plan of Gorilla Shaman and Pyroblast. If you have the deck alone without the sideboard cards, It's very cheap with the highest cost a cost of 23 32 what's it dollar pence, is it pence, I'm not sure, cent of course. So this deck is pretty cheap to build. Maybe you want to have a try and try this deck. Fire Blast, there is no price for Fire Blast, but this is not as expensive or not too expensive either. Then we have another GW Morris deck, which is pretty much the list, I guess. This is it? Yeah, this is the list that Sign of Justice always plays, and it's pretty straightforward. If you have a look at the other decks that made 3-1, you can see another Oris deck, a lot of Dabber decks. We have Dabber decks here. We even have the Temple Dabber or Temple Angler deck, but this one is rather mid-rangey, and it's approach because it has the Scavenger. And the Scavenger is interesting, but it only has 3/3. If it had like 3/4 or anything like that, it would be playable, or it would be better. So it's just a creature that can block, what's it called, a Delver, and dies. If this would not die blocking a Delver, it would be better, I guess. I'm not sure whether I would play this deck. It's got 8 counterspells in the form of counterspell Deprive, and this is interesting because I like the controllership purge, but since we get more and more graveyard hate, maybe this is not the perfect number of creatures to be played. I'm not sure. Disfigure is interesting, it's debatable as well. You want to have a Disfigure because it doesn't get rid of bigger creatures. This deck just plays one swamp. Maybe you have to add another one to be consistent. I'm not sure about that. Shrivel is a nice addition to the sideboard. Interesting. Next one, what do we have? We've got a Stompy list. Oh, this one is very interesting. This is Opson's controllership build. This is a deck I've never seen before. What he did is he just thought, how can I beat what's he called, an angler in a control shell, and he found out that there are a lot of lands that are called snow covered lands. They have a good synergy with, where is it, Scred. Scred deals damage to a creature equal to the number of snow permanents you control. So he could play, or he can play Scred to get rid of the big ones, the big creatures, but he can only do so as soon as turn turn 5. Another good card for dealing with the big angler is Lightning Axe, which could be pretty good in Madness as well. Maybe it's time to play Madness again. And I like this one, Mystical Teachings. You can search for any card that you need at the very moment, and I guess this is interesting with the Swirling Sandstorm as well. It deals 5 damage to the angler too. But I'm not sure whether this deck gets enough cards into its graveyard. Let's see. I like the 8 of fetch lands, and the sideboard is like so very random. Let's say each and every card is a random card, but this might be good if you know your deck inside out. Oh, this one is good. Sprout Swarm is like a card that you need when you later on want to get control or stay in control, because you will get a sapling each and every turn. What else is very interesting? Andre had another good finish with a mono white weenie list. I saw him play this list before, and this is nice. It's interesting. What else is interesting, and what else do I like about this one? We have another fast approach of the Tempo Angler deck, which is two Cheska sages and less counter spells but snuff outs. This is like the standard list that Pascal 3000 started to play, and we have another. Oh, this is a burn list even the burn is mighty. 3-1. Okay, let's see. What I saw is that Joystick Knight had another good finish with this list, and Mono Black can be on the decline. What do we have? We have a lot of Tron lists. 1, 2, 3 Tron lists. 4. So Tron might be another deck to play. I mean, it's got a good matchup against so many decks. Why not play Tron again? Let's see. Strobe came back into or saw play again. This one here. And here's a Strobe. Here's a Strobe Surukuku. This is the Strobe player that we have. Usually you call it Devil Fiend. And your goal is getting Nix's Cyclops or Kill Fiend as big as possible. And then play cards like Battle Rage. This is a new addition. The creature gets double strike, and if your creature is very big, it gains trample as well. And this is good. This is just so strong. And you've got so many cheap spells. You've got 2 gushes, 2 treasure cruises to fuel up your cards in your hand, and then you can start going crazy, having a pistol's blessing in your hand and things like that. So there are no real surprises in this daily. No new decks, nothing that would be something you want to play or you say, oh, I've never seen this before. But one thing is very obsolete to my mind, or very clear to my mind, is that we only have one mono blue list, and this is Nick Pansy's. This is not a mono blue Delver list. If you look at this list, it's just a mono blue controlish build. Let's see, it's the only mono blue list in the daily of in this daily. Let's see. Let's have a look. And he plays 4 Delvers and 4 Spire Golems as the only win condition, as far as I can see. Yes, he has, what is this, Syncopate, where you can exile a creature or spell. He's got cards like Gitaxian Probe, to see what he's up against. This is a very strange deck. Mental Note as well. You really read Mental Notes. Syncopate card excludes Repulse. So there are no surprising card choices in this deck, but I'm not sure what he did to be a 3-1 deck. Very interesting, or not. So far, this is my analysis of the. Let's see. There's another Stumpy deck. Yeah, this is just the standard Stumpy list. No surprises either. Oh, maybe Taunting Elf. Yeah, this creature is pretty nice. Because you can just choose to attack with it, and all of your other creatures will come through. So this is not very surprising. So looking at this, there's another deck we don't know yet. Oh, this is a Olama Crusher control deck, and yeah, combined with the Tron, So this is a Tron list basically, and this goes like the blue, red, and black plan, which is interesting and could work. Well, I'm not sure about that. Is it? I was just thinking, is this a reanimation build? But it's not. It's definitely not a reanimation build, but more a controllish approach. And it's got Ristic Study. Oh, this is good. Yeah. Good. So I think there are no surprises in this Pauper Daily, except that we don't have Mono Blue, the deck list. Thanks for watching, Enjoy your day. Bye.